Hey, what up, everybody? Not really sure how to start off this video. I just want to kind of talk about what the goal of this channel is. For those of you who don't know, I do have a Series 6 license. Been working with it for a while, and I've come to realize that a lot of people don't invest because they're intimidated. Now, investing, especially when you're starting out, you don't necessarily have to put in a whole lot of money. But a lot of times people just don't know where to start. They feel like maybe it takes extensive knowledge to read into investing. And the whole point of this channel is for me to kind of teach you about investing in a way where you can understand it. You don't have to have gone to college. You don't have to have, studied to get a license. You don't have to have ever worked in finance to understand these things. Now, of course, if you ever worked for a bank or you ever worked for a financial institution of any kind, it helps. But this channel is really more for the common person, common folk who they want to get into investing, or maybe there's some investment vehicles that they've kind of considered, but they just feel like they don't want to mess up. Because at the end of the day, people work hard for their money, and if they're going to invest it, they want they want to do that with hopes of getting a return of some kind, whether it be short term, long term, whether it be in the form of something like an annuity, which is to help subsidize your income after you've retired, or a life insurance, which is to, of course, take care of your loved ones financially after you've passed away. At the very least, taking care of your funeral costs. Um, I'm here to kind of simplify all these things. We're going to talk about mutual funds, what that is. We're going to talk about retirement. I don't deal with individual stocks. That's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to talk about things I don't know about and that I'm not licensed for. I will not be giving any advice. I so don't think to come to me and ask me about different mutual funds, because like I said, I don't deal with individual stocks. But even when it comes to the things I do deal with, I am not giving any advice. I'm going to make that very clear. You want to do that with somebody who is your broker, because there's just it's extensive to do something like that, to give advice. Yes, I know, I understand my license is to be a financial advisor, but I'm on YouTube giving information away for free. I'm not giving advice on individual mutual funds. I will be explaining what a mutual fund is. I will be explaining the different types of mutual funds, because that's really what I'm here to do, is to explain and educate on things that I feel are simple, but for one reason or another, the common person feels that it's not. So I'll explain it, I'll simplify it, and then by the end of each particular video that I put out, you should have a better understanding of whatever the topic of that video was. It's kind of something that I do every day at my job. Now I'm going to bring it to you guys and to anybody else who comes across it, because a lot of times I feel people are not taking advantage of what they have, or at the very least not managing it the way that they would if they knew how it worked. So that's the whole goal. Let me explain the name of the channel. The name of the channel, Bear These Horns. That has to do with investments. One of the things that you learn when you're studying for your exams is, the two attitudes toward investing. One is being bullish, which is basically being optimistic. If you hear somebody say, "Oh, I'm bullish on this stock." All right, my apologies. This video might be a little fragmented because I am doing this while I work. Okay, so, but yeah, if somebody says that they're bullish about a stock or a bond, that means basically they feel it's going to do well. They're going to invest in it. And the whole reasoning behind this wording is the bull, on a bull, the animal, the horns point up. The other attitude would be being bearish, which is the opposite. You hear somebody say that they're bearish about a stock or a bond or a mutual fund. They essentially feel that it's not going to do too well. They don't have confidence in that stock, bond, or whatever it is. And in that case, they'll do short selling, because short selling is how you make money off of other people losing their money. That's just the name of the game. So yeah, that's where I got the name Bear These Horns. This is just an introduction. Like I said, just here to educate on, different investment terminologies, investment vehicles, how they work. We'll get a little bit into some individual stock things, not the stocks themselves, but I do know how dividends work. So I will kind of educate on things like that. But we won't be going too deep into it because my license doesn't cover it. But however, I still did have to learn some things. But yeah, this is the channel. This is, if you have any requests on what you would like me to educate you on, put in the comments and I'll consider it for a video. Peace.